about right. That's all time. That's all time.
Derek Jeter is top 3 shortstop.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you listen to this is Tanks and Tuddies, presented by Tubbs and Frankie. Bit of a depressing episode this week. Terrible timing for that. Yeah, the boys are down bad. I think me more than you. But we're both not in a good spot. I gotta stop drinking Coke Zero because I just burped this whole podcast.
What's even the point of drinking Coke Zero?
Oh, it tastes so good. And it's got caffeine. It's 0 calories, but it's got caffeine. I needed it after today. We've been busy at work, even though tomorrow's Christmas Eve. By the way, Merry Christmas, everybody. We're recording on Tuesday the 23rd because obviously we're not going to record on Christmas Eve. Yeah, it's we're going to try not to blow up this episode. We're going to really, really try. I think I said last week there won't be a blow up no matter what happens because it's, you know, the core is still there for that certain team that we're going to talk about later. We're going to talk about it quite a bit. So we are going to fly through locks and long shots and then get to our teams and we'll build a little parlay and talk about a certain parlay that hit this weekend. We can do that right now, actually. You want to do that right now real quick?
Sure.
So I hit, let me find it. It was, goodness gracious, where's my screenshot? Okay, here we go. Highest odds of the season for me, plus 10,977. I do this thing every week where I do a safe touchdown scorers and a risky touchdown scorers. Gambler Assassin just pop up for you. Me too. So the safe, I always throw a unit. I do a 1 o'clock, a 4 o'clock, a Sunday night, and a Monday night. And then I do a risky where I kind of get crazier with the odds. I do it every week. I've hit a couple of the safe ones, nothing too much to brag about, but I hit the risky. So it was Harold Fannin in the 1 o'clock slate plus 300. He scored on the first drive of the game. Fantastic. Isaac Tesla in the 4 o'clock slate, not the only touchdown score for the Lions. It looked like it was going to be the only one. Plus 375, pretty sweat free. That was early too. Sunday night, Zay Flowers plus 165. Not really sweaty because I had some other parlays alive. I wasn't even really thinking about it, and he scored late. We were playing games. I kind of celebrated. I'm like, oh, shit. Just need George Kittle on Monday night plus 120. Boom, George Kittle, sweat free. It was like halfway through the second quarter. Bang, $5 for 553. So that was fantastic. Yeah, I kind of went crazy on Monday night. We hit our 3-leg, and I also hit Phil Rivers throwing an interception. Live betted on the second to last drive. He threw it on the last one. So, but yeah, let's get into it. Last week, that was the other parlay I hit. The model went 4-0. We're back. This one was sweaty, but only the Thursday night game. Rams plus 1.5 at the Seahawks. Admittedly, went to sleep. Rams were up pretty big when I got home from bowling. I was tired. I'm like, all right, plus 1.5, we're good. I think our parlay was like somewhat alive. Or was it not? No, because you had a first quarter under in there that didn't hit. So the 6-leg was dead. I think the 3-leg was too. I can't remember. I know I went to bed, but they ended up losing by 1. So, whew. And then Panthers plus 3, they won outright. Patriots plus 3. The Panthers was sweaty. I'll take that back, actually. The Bucs were driving. That was sweaty. Patriots plus 3, W. That one wasn't sweaty. You kind of felt like they were going to come back, especially when Lamar left the game. And then last night, Niners minus 6. Easy. That was like no sweat whatsoever. So this week, we're getting into scary territory with the model because we got backups and teams that don't give a shit anymore, and the model doesn't know how to comprehend that. So I don't recommend you tail any of these. I'm putting half a unit on the parlay. That's it. I placed it twice. I'm going to cash one out if it gets to the 4 o'clock slate. I'm going to let the other one ride. That's all I'm doing. Even then, I might not cash out. Cashing out has only hurt me. I only missed 1 cash out this year. Everything else has either hit or the cash out wasn't even worth it. So I believe this one was plus 9,000, I think was what it ended up. So rattling through it. Broncos minus 13.5 at the Chiefs. Steelers minus 3.5 at the Browns. Jags minus 6.5 at the Colts. This is the biggest trap line of all time, and I'm going to take it, and it's going to lose. But it's the model pick that I have to ride. Saints minus 2.5 at the Titans, another trap line. Cardinals plus 7 at the Bengals. Gross. Giants plus 1.5 at the Raiders. The Giants, if I look back, they've probably ruined 1 million of my parlays this year. Rams minus 7.5 at the Falcons Monday night. And then long shots. Oh, I forgot my records. 41, 48, and 2 on the season for the locks. Can't wait to reset. It's been a bad year. Long shots, 14 and 42. Long term, fully dead. We can remove them next week because the Packers and Lions cannot make the playoffs together. So Lions will not be playing the Packers in the playoffs. The Lions will not beat the Packers by at least 6.5 points, and there will not be an NFC Championship game to go to the Super Bowl for one of our teams. So 0-3 there. It's in the record. We'll wipe the slate clean next week. And then last week we had Rams moneyline plus 1.5. I said drop the nuke. Luckily I didn't. They lost, but they covered. This week I got a nasty one. They're in the model. I said fuck it. Put together the Giants. Put together the Saints. Moneyline parlay plus 243. Ew. Tyler Shuck is awesome. That guy is like legitimately a good quarterback. The Giants though, I don't know how they're not winning some of these games. I understand the Vikings. The Vikings defense is good. They've got the Raiders. How are they dogs this week? The Raiders, yes, they looked good last week, but they blew their load. They will not look good like that this week. It's the Giants will win this game. I firmly believe. Yeah, that's it for me, actually. That was pretty quick. I'm kind of shocked how fast that was. So go ahead with yours.
Not bad. Yeah, my locks 61, 58, and 1. We went 2-1-1 last week. We had the Packers Bears over 46.5. That lost. Fully believe that would have went over if everyone would have stayed healthy. Rams Seahawks over 43.5. That sailed over. Giants +3 is a push, and then the Patriots +3 as the new lease on life. Lock of the week was a hit. So
hey, new apartment, new man. He's back.
Exactly. Lock it in. This week, Lions -7.5. I don't want them to win, but they are not going to lose to Max Brosmer. If they do, salute to you. That's disgusting.
There won't be a podcast next week if that happens.
Yeah. So Lions -7.5. Packers money line -148 against the Ravens. Just hoping that we're healthy. Seahawks Panthers over 42.5. Weather here is going to be perfect. Panthers can put up some points. We just saw what the Seahawks can do. I think this could be high scoring. Cardinals Bengals over 53.5. This is just asking for a shootout. Two terrible defenses, two somewhat decent offenses. Well, one really good offense, one decent offense, I guess you could say. And then the Saints -2.5. They're a wagon right now. So taking the Saints. Long shots 35 and 93. 3-1 last week. I'm not sure what this almost 500 note is.
3-1. I think that's the first time you've profited on the long shots.
No, I had a good week 2 weeks ago.
3-1.
I think I went 4-0
almost 500
2
on the
weeks ago.
season. You're 35.93. You're working your way back to 500.
Yeah. Next year, I'm going positive. Next year, I should
okay.
try and track units to see how
we should track
is.
units next year. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to track units, but I'm also going to track units separately football season.
Okay, that's fine.
Because that feels more fair than a record for long shots. We should just delete the records and just do units.
Well, no, record is still nice because like if I'm 35 and 93 and I'm up 4 units, like I hit some big things.
Okay, or just take out the 35 and 93 and just say, hey, I'm up 4 units on my long shots for the year.
I mean, I guess you could.
We could put the record too, because then it's funny. It's like, dude, holy shit, you are like mega negative, but you're positive somehow.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, last week 3-1. We had the Giants money line. That was our only loser. Probably should have won that game, to be honest. That was just. I don't quite understand why the Giants only threw 13 times.
I guess I don't. It makes no sense. Somebody tried to explain it on one of the talk show hosts, and it didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I just don't know. But then we had the Panthers, the Chargers, and the Patriots money lines. Those all hit pretty nicely. So good week there. This week, sticking back to money lines again. We're going Eagles money line plus 102. That is pretty small. Barely a dog. What am I missing?
I'm just waiting for the next one. You're just ready to get hurt again?
Yep, I'm taking the Giants money line.
Back to the well.
Yep. Hey, you got the plus 1.5. I mean,
yeah. The model's hot. The model's hot.
Yeah, I haven't even ran my model this week.
the model is still doing the flip flopping where good
Yeah.
week, terrible 1-5. Then it goes 4-0 last week. What's going to happen this week? I'm probably going to go 1-6.
Yeah, I'm kind of working like a reverse bell curve here. It was 8-7, 12-7, 7-14, 10-9, 9-3-1 last week. So we're back on the up and up. But yeah, my last money line, Texans money line. I don't see why this team is a dog. This team's very good. So
how good are the Chargers?
That's it.
The Chargers are very good.
See, I said it last week. I just don't know what to think about the Chargers.
Here's the problem with the Chargers, though, is that they've been winning as dogs, and I feel like it's that dog mentality. Harbaugh's in their meeting saying, they got you as underdogs last week. They don't believe in you. Now that they're favorites, what's going to happen? They're probably going to lose. I think the Texans is a good pick. Yeah. I'm rocking the Chargers, but I think the Texans are a good pick.
Speaking of the Chargers, I need a quick yes or no on my fantasy team here. I'm in the championship.
I'll drop him.
Kamani Vidal plays Houston this week. Most likely the backup, questionable with a neck sprain. I got to drop him, right, to make a waiver claim.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to keep him on your team.
Because my only starting running back right now is Devon Achane. Then it's Kamani Vidal, Jordan Mason, Bill, and Jawar Jordan, the backup for Houston, who's probably not really going to get touches this week. So I got to get a running back.
Jordan Mason might be a look because the Lions won their dead.
But he got hurt last week, and he's a long shot to play now.
Okay, never mind. I didn't know that.
And it's a Thursday game.
I was just more thinking that our run defense looked fucking terrible last night.
Oh, I 100% would play Jordan Mason if he was healthy.
Yeah. You can't keep Vidal, and I wouldn't start him with a neck injury.
Yeah. I don't know. I got to make some big moves. I'm probably going to try and get Dylan Sampson, but I don't think I'm going to get him.
Dylan,
because I'm waiver 11.
Yeah, I had. You know what's funny is that I drafted him and kept him on the team for 5 weeks, and then finally dropped him. He's not a keeper though. I mean, Judkins will be back next year. But.
I'm probably going to try and get him and Chris Rodriguez.
Well, who's let's see the waiver order. So you are.
I'm 11th.
11th.
I'm not getting.
Well,
shit.
I'll tell you what though. Oh, I mean, if the person you're playing was smart,
waivers.
He's the one he would claim him. If he was smart, take the one guy that could actually do something. But I don't.
I mean, Chris Rodriguez versus Dallas on Thursday might be a good pickup.
Yeah, they got him over.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think I got to put a claim in on both of them.
You know what we could also do?
Probably keep an eye out.
We could also look at my team and say, okay, David Montgomery, I'm not keeping him. Let me drop David Montgomery. He only played 18% of snaps on Sunday. Well, we don't have to. We're not talking about it yet. I could also drop Amarian Hampton, and you could send me my $50 back.
No.
Or Charbonnet. I'm hoping
this week. I don't want to get any collusion here in the championship.
No, you know what's funny too is we don't have to talk about it on the podcast. Nobody cares. NFL. Start with my team.
If you'd like.
Okay. So Lions are dead. I'm going to try very, very hard not to blow up. Yes, we can still make the playoffs. However, I don't think it's possible. The Packers would have to lose out. We'd have to win out. 1, I don't think we can win out. 2, I don't think the Packers are losing out because worst case scenario, they got Max Brosmer week 18 in a must win. Packers. Is it at home? Is that a home game for you?
I was going to say, I think it's on the road. Yeah, it's on the road. So, and it can be flexed yet.
It will get flexed if it's a winning in for you guys. There's a chance there's a 1 seed matchup though next week as well. So, lost to the Steelers 29-24. I'm just trying to decide where to start. I guess we'll start with the game itself. First half was looking fine-ish. I mean, they had a lead, and then that touchdown to end the half, absolutely like that is the straw that broke the camel's back right there. I think that was how the fuck did we let that happen? I mean, Anzalone, easy pass interference. The dude is dog shit. He's terrible. I hope we don't re-sign him. He's lost it. He is back to the guy I used to make fun of and say he was good to piss off my father. He's bad again. How the fuck that was a catch, I don't know. That was one of the best catches I've ever seen in my life, and the fact that he then proceeded to run for a touchdown because whatever no-name or safety it was didn't have the wherewithal to say, I better touch this guy down. We can still get a stop. So he scores 10-10 at half. Was it 10-10 at half, or were we down at half? It was 10-10.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then, of course, it was Aaron Rodgers. It's always Aaron Rodgers, man. He just, yes, he owns the Bears more than us, but the things this man has done to me and my mental health across my entire life, unbelievable. He played out of his mind, first of all. Mind you, he's doing this with broke his arm, broke his wrist, hand? What is he still dealing with?
Yeah, broke his forearm.
This is 44-year-old Aaron Rodgers doing this with a broken wrist. I don't think he's 44. I think he's 42. Doing this with a broken wrist to us. How bad is this defense? They allowed 480 yards. The Lions had -3 yards of offense in the third quarter. They ran 3 plays for -3 yards because the Steelers started with the ball. They marched down the field. I think they scored. No, they didn't score. We stopped them. That was that. We got the fumble. And then Jared Goff, 3 plays, -3 yards, safety, 12-10. Then the Steelers went on a 10.5-minute drive, chewed up the whole third quarter. So then you're down, I believe at that point it was 19-10. And then, fourth quarter, we moved the ball a little bit. And yes, let's just skip right to it. We had a chance. Chris Boswell, who I think was 49 of 50 inside of 40 yards in the last whatever, missed it, doinked it. Unbelievable. We have a chance. Good field position. How the hell do we have a chance here? We kind of got bailed out. Not even bailed out. It was the right call. The pass interference on J-Mo was the right call. I don't know why they took so long to throw the flag. I thought the season was going to end like that. I was ready to
Amon-Ra, not J-Mo.
No. As they're marching down the field, there was a fourth down.
Oh,
I believe it was 4th and 2, pass interference on J-Mo to save the drive. It was pass interference, so it was a good call. Then you march. I believe it was 1st and goal with 16 seconds left. The clock was stopped. Great play, touchdown, Amon-Ra, called back for offensive pass interference on Tesla. This is the one that I'm kind of 50-50 on. I feel like credit to them, they called it earlier in the game on Darnell Washington. Same play. Darnell Washington's was a little more violent because he's massive and Tesla's not massive. But Tesla was pushed into the cornerback more than Washington was, so I'm kind of 50-50 on this one. Then they ran a play to get some yardage back, called a timeout. Threw one to Tesla over the middle. Usually he comes down with them. Great defensive play to knock it loose. 4th down, 8 seconds left, 6 seconds left, something like that. Amon-Ra, blatant offensive pass interference. He literally ran to Jalen Ramsey, extended his forearms, pushed him off, caught the ball, got stopped. This is where I'm kind of pissed, right? He gets stood up by 2 guys at the 1. They push him back to about the 4, realizing, hey, clock's gone. I got to throw this. They haven't blown the whistle yet. He pitches it to Jared Goff, who then, I was watching with a bunch of guys that I'm buddies with. We were over at his house. We saw the flags instantly, but you didn't see Amon-Ra push off. So you're instantly thinking ooh, maybe we got to hold because Amon-Ra, you're thinking he's coming back to the ball. Maybe they hold him. But my brain was OPI, he probably pushed off. But then he throws it to Jared Goff, and now Jared Goff's running towards the end zone. There's no whistles. There's no refs running towards the field. And he scores, and you see the refs throw up the touchdown. You're like, oh, my God, okay. And then they talk about it it felt like I stood there for an hour just waiting because they're just talking. And then they come back, and the ref goes, after discussion, and didn't he say something from New York? After discussion amongst ourselves and with New York, it has been determined that the play resulted in a touchdown. And then he goes, however, what the fuck? Don't even announce touchdown. Just instantly say we have offensive pass interference. By rule, the game is over for the runoff, whatever. Why do you got to say it's a touchdown? That crowd loses their minds. And then you go, however. This is the second time. Haven't we already bitched about the refs making it about themselves in a Lions game?
The thing too is he had to say it twice. He had to say it twice because you could tell the crowd only heard touchdown. And were cheering so loud that they didn't hear the second half. So then he said it again, and then the boo birds came flying.
As they should, but
Yeah.
like retrospect, the Tesla flag is the only one to bitch about. Could they have ran a couple different plays to get closer rather than just take a shot at the end zone? Yeah, but they were nervous for the clock to expire. Could Amon-Ra have not have pushed off and maybe got a flag for interference? Yeah. But just the way he announced that was the worst, and he fumbled over his words, and like you said, he said it twice. But all in all, this would have happened down the line. If we somehow won this game, beat the Vikings, beat the Bears, the Packers lost one, you make the playoffs. This was not a Super Bowl team. That defense is atrocious.
Yeah.
Before we get into the offseason /team/ my screenshots, I have so many screenshots. I wrote down notes as well. I think I might have had some from the game, but I'll have to look. DK Metcalf. I think this game shouldn't count. He shouldn't have played the second half. He had a lot of big catches. For those that didn't see, I'm sure everybody saw it. He punched a Lions fan in his face. And we talked about this a little bit Sunday night, but it does not matter what that fan said. The fan, allegedly, he just called him by his government name, which I guess DK Metcalf didn't like. Ocho Cinco was saying that he called him the N-word and called his mom the C-word. But then the fan was like, I literally just called him his name, and people around him are sticking up for him. And he punched him in the face.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like if he was racist, you would have heard more about it.
I feel like fans
DK
around him
to
would
be
have
the only
instantly
person.
been like, yeah, he called him the N-word, you know?
Yeah.
So that happened in the first half, and then it was on CBS, so who's that? Steratore. He came on and said, yes, they will review this at halftime, and he could be ejected, which I think he should have been. Like, the NFL is protective of the fans.
Yeah.
And the fact that, one, there was no security there to stop DK or stop the fan. Two, the NFL is like, it's fans. You see it all the time where like guys throw water bottles at the fans. Or the one guy, remember the clip of the guy, he was walking to the locker room, somebody threw a water bottle at him and he jumped up and that dude got suspended like for half a year or something. But
yeah.
I thought he was going to be ejected. He had some big catches in the second half. I don't actually think this game shouldn't count. We lost. DK is now suspended for 2 games, and he's going to miss out on possibly $60 million in bonuses. Did you see that?
Well, yeah, because it rolls over into the next 2 years or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see what exactly they were, but I did see it was like 60 mil. It's a lot.
So now the Steelers are in a playoff push, and they don't have their best receiver. Could be interesting. I think they pretty much have it locked up. What do they got? Browns, and who's their last game? I don't know. I think they have to win one, and they win the division because they have the tiebreaker.
I think it's the Bengals or the...
It would make sense if it's the Bengals because it should be all division these last 2 weeks.
Did they play the Ravens both times already?
I think they played them twice. Let's see. So I know it's the Browns this week, and then it's... Oh, it is the Ravens.
Yeah.
So Ravens would be 8-8. Steelers would be 9-7.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I wish the fucking Bengals were still alive.
I don't know what the tiebreaker is there. Because did the Ravens beat the Steelers?
Well, you can look at it on ESPN 1 sec.
The Steelers beat the Ravens already.
Playoff.
The Ravens aren't eliminated. So I'm assuming that if the Ravens win out, they're in. And if the Steelers lose out, they're out.
Yeah, I mean, the Steelers are 3-1 in the division. Ravens are 3-2. Conference, Steelers are 7-3. Ravens are 5-6. And then
they have the Packers.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if the Ravens win against...
Ravens got to win out.
The Ravens win out, yeah. And then, yeah, it'd come down to some weird tiebreakers.
All right, so back to my Lions. Let's... Some of my thoughts have changed on this. This was instant. I drove home. It was a half-hour drive. I drove home. I sat in the park or the driveway for about 5 minutes writing these down. This was just what I thought of on the way home. No music, literally sat in silence. This is what I wrote down. I'm just going to rip it, and then I'll adjust as I go with where I'm at today. First up, in all caps, John Morton and Shepard have to go. I want to keep Shepard. I'm out on John Morton. Like, what does John Morton even do at this point? He's not calling plays. Dan Campbell's calling plays. I got some. Let me see if this is on here. Dan Campbell, if he's going to call plays, we need to get an offense coordinator. Like, there's many good options out there for offensive coordinator. You need to let them have control because Dan Campbell is good for the explosive plays. But the last few weeks with Campbell calling plays, it's like fast drive that we score or a 3-and-out. And that's bad when you have a shitty defense because you're scoring too fast to where your defense has to go right back out right away, or you're going 3-and-out and your defense is right back out there. So Campbell's got to adjust that if he's going to call plays. I think he's a great play caller. He's just got to find ways to sustain drives. John Morton just wasn't utilizing this offense the way it should be with the amount of weapons we had. So I'm completely out on him. Shepard, I think, is like still learning. Like he was a linebackers coach, so he's still learning. I'm fine to give him another shot. His defense got decimated. Missing your 2 star safeties, missing your top corner, your free agent corner you signed is dog shit, and your front 7, Anzalone's dog shit. Your front 7 was banged up for part of the year, and then you get them back and they're not that good. Like I like Shepard as a coach. I think the talent just wasn't there because of injuries and people not meeting expectations. Next up. This is about the game. Worst way to end that game. Gave me hope. Gave me hope. Ripped it out. Amon-Ra scored. We all celebrated. Late flag. Crazy lateral. Touchdown. OPI. I mean, that just doesn't even make any sense, but we talked about that, so we'll skip that. I am so sick of the bandwagon fans. We've got people calling for Dan Campbell to be fired and Brad Holmes to be fired. Brother, you didn't sit through. Oh, hold up. Sorry, I skipped. I wrote this down. Let's see what we wrote on Sunday night. Sick of bandwagon fans. Last year, we're going to win the Super Bowl. Then you act disappointed this year. If you didn't sit through Jim Caldwell and Matt Patricia, get the fuck out of here. All right. I sat through Jim Caldwell going 9-7 every year, making the playoffs, but losing first round, missing the playoffs because you went 9-7. I sat through that. Then I sat through Jim Bob Cooter on a scooter, fucking interim coach, and he was terrible. Then I sat through Matt Patricia, basically making all the players hate him and kind of burning what Jim Caldwell had built up. I don't want to hear it. Dan Campbell's the greatest thing that's happened to my watching of football. It's entertaining. His first year, 2-14-1, whatever it was, I think it was 3-12-1, terrible year, but it was fun at the end of it. And they were in games and they tied the Steelers and the Minnesota game that you won. That was awesome. And then the next year you start slow, but you go on a rip at the end of it. You keep the Packers. Did we keep you out of the playoffs we kept you guys out of the playoffs. We go 9-7, missed the playoffs, but like great finish. And then you go like 12-4, whatever it was, great year. Am I doing this right? But was this his 5th year? Campbell's?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow, time flies. Anyway, so then you make the playoffs. You're like a 3-seed or a 4-seed, whatever. You beat the Rams. You beat the Bucks. You get to the conference championship. Yes, it was depressing, but you got to a conference championship. I had never seen a conference championship game in my life. And then last year, fantastic season. We made it through with injuries. We got through 15-2, 1 seed. Was it disappointing? Yes. Was it awesome that we made the playoffs 15-2? We were a unit on offense. Yes. Was it disappointing? Yes. But guess what? If you fire Dan Campbell, now we got to do this whole rebuild process again and find a coach and do this and do that. Campbell's a great head coach. Brad Holmes, yes, his last 2 drafts, they've been kind of rough. This year, I'm not going to count. I'm not going to count 2025 draft. But you have to ride out Dan Campbell. And Brad Holmes, yes, he said, we don't need anything at the trade deadline. Did we need stuff? Yeah, we needed stuff. But guess what? It wouldn't have mattered now because the offense kind of fizzled out. The O-line, just decimated. I mean, you go and, we lost Ben Johnson. We lost Aaron Glenn. It was more important than we thought. No, we lost Frank Ragnow, Kevin Zeitler. Graham Glasnow was hurt all year this year. Taylor Decker was hurt. We had no interior linemen. We had a rookie, Tate Ratledge. This was a rebuild year in quotes, and we're going to end up going 9-7, 10-6, or 9-8, 10-7. I always forget there's 17 games now. That's not a terrible year.
Yeah.
That's not a terrible year. And we were in a lot of games. Yes, we shouldn't have lost to the Vikings. We probably shouldn't have lost to the Steelers. We could have beat the Packers once, although the Packers, they were fucking units at that time. Could you have beaten the Rams? Yeah. But guess what? That's football, man. The NFC's tough this year. If we would have made the playoffs, we would have been bounced early anyways. We don't stack up with the Rams. We don't even stack up with the Seahawks. We don't stack up with the Packers. At this point, I don't know if we stack up with the Bears. The Bears they're scary on offense in the 4th quarter, apparently. I mean, they can't play quarters 1 through 2, but you get to that second half. Watch out for Caleb Williams. Let me see what else I'm missing. The other thing about the bandwagon fans. Goff has to go. Brother, look at Goff's stats. He's top 5 in like every important passing category
Yeah,
there
he's still
is.
throwing for a shit ton of yards.
And look at the offensive line he's playing behind. If you had a good offensive line, I bet you he's in the MVP convo. He's almost second in the
Third in
MVP
yards.
convo as is. So, yeah, the bandwagon fans are the number one thing driving me insane. I blew you guys up on Monday with the group chat. It was getting to me. I had to hop off the internet for a little bit just because, like, people don't get – you got these people that, like, just forgot the Lions existed until, oh, hey, they made the playoffs. I'm going to watch that game. And then you make that playoff run, so then they hop back for the next season. You go 15-2, 1 seed, like, oh, we're back. And now this year, oh, get rid of Goff. Fire Campbell, fire Holmes. Like, you don't even know what you're talking about, you know? So that's that.
Yeah.
Jared Goff's fine. And you know what? I got to admit some fault on Jared Goff as well. I was calling him a pumpkin, saying I'm done. I did say give him 2 more years. I think I said 2 before he's done. But I want to see him behind a healthy offensive line. I feel like he only had a healthy offensive line the first 3 games, and he was bad in those games, but he got better behind a shitty line. Like, that's crazy to me.
I just did some quick research on Jared Goff. So he is 6th in completion percentage. Granted, Mac Jones, Brock Purdy, Chris Aludicon.
He doesn't
however you
count.
pronounce his name.
Yeah,
they're all above him right now, but that doesn't really count. Yardage, he is 3rd in yards. Only Stafford and Dak are ahead of him.
Yep.
Yards per game, same thing. Touchdowns, he is 2nd behind only Matt Stafford.
Matt Stafford's got what, like 40?
Yeah, it's 40 to 32.
Yeah.
Rating,
Stafford's
he is 2nd only behind Matt Stafford.
Is that NFC or is that NFL as a whole?
NFL as a whole.
Yeah. I mean, like that, you can't have those stats and be needing to be getting rid of. And I did the same thing. I said, go get Joe Burrow. If we go get Joe Burrow, I'm okay with Goff leaving. But I don't think we need, I'm not against drafting a rookie to learn behind Goff, but you need to communicate to Goff, like, hey, when you're done and ready to go, you're going, but this guy needs to learn from you. You have to talk about that, or else he's going to leave on bad terms. I do think we're practicing too hard, and it's creating all these injuries. You think about Dan Campbell's mindset of grit and best on best and all that shit. I think that's what creates these injuries. I think there's no, like, I think these guys, like, they want to play for Dan Campbell and it amps them up. And then these practices are way too violent. And that's what's creating all these injuries. Obviously, Brian Branch, that's just unlucky. But Kirby Joseph's knee injury might be a cause of, because they're talking it's a degenerative knee disease. Could be a cause of practicing too hard. Arnold hasn't been healthy a single year, and he's been in the league, what, 2-3 years?
2.
Probably because of practicing too hard. I bet you Alabama wasn't practicing that hard. The only thing that's okay is the offense, which is why. But even Amon-Ra was banged up this year. The offensive line is just decimated. So that's that. And then my last point here, word for word, I dare Amon-Ra to smile and laugh on the podcast this week. I'm getting sick of that. I want that podcast to fucking end. That's the other thing. I feel like we got too big for our britches. I'm seeing way too many commercials. Dan Campbell, Applebee's, Jared Goff, and all these commercials. Amon-Ra doing the podcast. J-Mo just doing whatever.
Gambling.
And I think we just got away from. There was no gambling stuff this year with J-Mo.
Yeah, not this year.
No suspensions. He was clean. I think we just got away from what got us to that 1 seed, which was running the shit out of the ball down the opponent's throat. Jared Goff making the pass when he needs to, and just focusing on football. All goes back to the Halloween party. I'm just kidding. I think the spotlight got too big, and like Detroit, man, the Lions, blah blah blah, and I think these guys' heads got big. Like, I'm Amon-Ra with the podcast. I'm over that shit. You shouldn't be recording a podcast laughing after you just lost, and now you're not making the playoffs, and you got millions and millions of Michiganders just pissed. Right? That's my thought on that. So now we can get into some of the screenshots here. These were just throughout the week. Those were the hot hitters when I got home. So the losses we had this year. Sorry. Oh, I didn't even mention him. Sam Laporta. That's a huge loss. Sam Laporta, done for the year. Kirby Joseph, done for the year. Brian Branch, done for the year. Terran Arnold, done for the year. That right there is enough. But no, Graham Glasnow. Brock Wright, the backup tight end who is still doing well. They've got somebody on here I won't name because I don't think they're a big deal. But all in all, like, you had your chance the last 2 years. last year it felt like the best one, but you were up 24-7 at half in the NFC Conference Championship. What was going on in that locker room? Were we focused or were we celebrating? That's what I want to go back and look at. And but you kind of look back though and you go, okay, Niners and Chiefs, like how'd that game end up? And the Chiefs rolled. And I would argue that the Niners defense was way better than ours. I think that would have been an ugly Super Bowl, but you never know. It would have been 2 weeks rest for the Lions. Maybe they would have got some guys back. I don't know. So, but yeah, last year, 15-2, 1 seed, you have the bye. You got the Commanders, young quarterback, never experienced. Look at the Commanders this year. Like, yes, they lost Jaden, but even when Jaden played, he wasn't like that impressive. Like, that defense was so bad too. Like, how did we not? We just gave it 45 points. So, anyways, I got a list here of some folks. I'm gonna go through, read these names. I want to know how the fuck they're still employed, and I think they should be fired. And I think we should strip their fucking license to practice, because how the hell? Director of Sports Performance, Mike Clark, see ya. Director of Sports Science, Jill Costanza, bye-bye. Head Strength and Conditioning Coach, Josh Schuler, see ya. Assistant Strength and Conditioning, Thaddeus Jackson, goodbye. Assistant Strength and Conditioning, Cameron Jose, goodbye. Why do we have 2 assistant strength and conditioning coaches? Because one's not enough? You got a head strength and conditioning and 2 assistants, and we still can't stay healthy? Get them all gone. Fire them all. Take their license to practice. This is like 3 years running of holy injuries. Oh, okay. All right. Moving on. This is Brad Holmes' last 2 drafts. I'm going to go through each pick. I've kind of sat on this one and thought it over, and I can't critique this year's draft class yet. It's too early. But 2024, Terran Arnold, unlucky, can't stay healthy, worth a damn. When he was playing, he started out horrible, lots of penalties. I feel like he got better this year when he was healthy. He was locking them down, right? Enos Rakestraw, 2nd round pick, 2024. You ever heard of that guy, Austin? You ever heard of him?
I've heard of the last name.
Yeah, he hasn't played a snap. He hasn't played a snap. I think he played 1 game and got hurt again. That dude can't stay healthy either. But hey, shout out to him. He did get his degree from University of Missouri. Congratulations, bud. He just tweeted this last week, by the way. Congratulations. You're going to need that because you're not going to make shit.
He's got a lot of time.
You can't see the field. Round 4, Giovanni Manu, mid. Sione Vaki, round 4, special teamer. Round 6, Mekhi. I'm not going to judge round 6 picks. It's round 6. And then this year, Tyleek Williams. I don't know how to critique D tackles, but I am comfortable saying this guy doesn't do shit. I compared to Mason Graham, which obviously, yes, Mason Graham, top 10 pick, whatever he was. But he's got 23 tackles. He's got 4 sacks, right? Tyleek Williams, 6 tackles, no sacks. Something doesn't add up there. There's something missing there, but I don't know how to judge. Everybody in the comment section says he's having a great year. He's a good run stopper. Well, he wasn't on Sunday. So based on my eye test, bad. Tate Ratledge, fine with him. Injuries, but pretty good. Then you go to Tesla. This one is like, I have been so back and forth on this guy. I don't know how to feel. He makes some of the wildest catches I've ever seen in my life. He's got like 12 catches for 6 touchdowns this year. Just an unreal ratio. But you traded 3/3 to get this guy, and you don't put him on the field. You're still putting Khalif Raymond out there, by the way. Khalif Raymond, out on him. Get him off the team. Cut him. You got a big extension. That's the other thing. All these guys got extensions, and I feel like they just kind of were like, I'm set. I'm good. Jared Goff, big extension. Gets married, has a baby. He's going to go off in la-la land. Amon-Ra, big extension. Kind of had to drop him for a little bit there. Aiden Hutchinson, big extension. Snapped leg, came back. Aiden Hutchinson, pretty good year. Who else? Who am I missing? J-Mo, big extension. He was awesome at the end of the year. I'm all over the place. Holy shit. But yeah, you burn 3 third-round picks for Tesla, and you don't use them, but he's awesome. So I'm back and forth. I'm like, but then you're using Khalif Raymond, who's terrible. He, like, when he returns the ball, it's like he just kind of looks, and then goes for 2 yards, and that's it. Tom Kennedy at least had some explosiveness on the returns. And then Raymond, he's not a good route runner. So, like, put Tesla in there. Use Tesla as your third. I don't understand why he's held to just some goal line throws. Look at the catches he makes. He can make those in the middle of the field, too. Moving on. Sorry, I'm taking forever. Miles Frazier, don't even know who he is. Hassanine, I don't know how to say it, the Boise guy. He got hurt. Yeah. He was awesome in training camp and preseason. Then he got hurt. I really hope we bring him back. Dan Jackson, never heard of him. Dominic Lovett, another wide receiver out of Georgia who somehow has been hurt all year. You're a 7th-round pick, bud. You didn't see the field. I also don't know why we're taking 2 receivers when we have a top 2 wide receiver duo in the league. What's going on with that?
Yeah.
It's a 7. I feel like Brad Holmes gets to like the 5th round and he's like, all right, I think I did pretty good. I'll hang it up. So, yeah, just a whole lot of screenshots of people tweeting. I'll always cherish that 2-year Super Bowl window. That was a blast. This was the Jared Goff. Jared Goff is top 3 to 5 in every major statistic this year while playing with an awful O-line and mediocre run game. Why are we blaming him? And then my last point, and I will hang it up. I didn't blow up. I'm proud of myself. I got loud there for a second, but there was no screaming. My last point is I'm very sad, but I feel like Monty's gone. He's been looking really sad on the side. And the Monty usage drives me nuts. He was ripping on, he looks slow, but he was ripping 4 to 5 yards a carry against the Rams, and they stopped using him. They went back to Gibbs, and he couldn't do shit. And they got away from that Sonic and Knuckles combo that worked so well because they're 2 very different runners. Gibbs is for your edges. They were running Gibbs up the middle. He's not a middle runner. Yes, he broke off a couple when the hole is massive, sure. But Monty can find you some dirty yards, and we stopped using him. Like I said, 18% snap share last week. He posted a picture of his pads in his locker with the Monty nameplate and just posted that with some sad song on Instagram. I think he's done. And I don't blame him. He's not being used. He's still a good runner. Think back. Remember that Ravens game? Remember the Ravens game? He was fucking awesome. And they just stopped using him. Yes, running backs get old, but he looked better than Derrick Henry at times this year. And Derrick Henry's Derrick Henry. So,
well, yeah.
Derrick Henry looked really good last week. I looked back to Sunday night. Why did they stop using him on that last drive? They put in Keaton Mitchell. Derrick Henry was ripping 6-7 yards a carry. 7-8 yards a carry. I have to stop saying 6-7. Now that I'm done yapping, I appreciate you. That felt good to get out. I haven't talked about it. Do you have anything that I haven't hit on with the Lions?
No. I am sad that our alliance is done. I was really looking forward to that. I wish that we could have kept the Bears out.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
But
that one was your guys' fault, though.
I mean, yes and no. It was both. If we beat them, yes. But you guys losing clinched them.
Yeah.
So
I'm now. Let me update my hate watches. So we're hate watching the Bears. We are hate watching the Rams. We are hate watching the Seahawks. And then AFC. I think I'm chilling with the AFC. I think I'm cool with everybody.
You're hate watching the Packers. You can say that. That's fine.
Actually, no. To be honest with you, I don't have a hate for the Packers like you do the Lions.
Yeah, but you need them to lose. I don't have a hate necessarily for the
needing
Lions.
Them to lose and hate watching is way different, though. Like I am actively rooting for the Bears to lose a game and finally get exposed, especially like they are on some crazy like Cinderella run. The amount of games that they've won tight, like you'll talk about it, but the Packers, the Raiders game, the Bears game, there's one other one where it's just like they got all these screen grabs. They're down double digits with like 2 minutes to go, and they somehow win these fucking games. It's unbelievable. The Bengals game especially, that one is the one that started this all for me, the hate watching. Like you should not have won that game. If the Bengals knew how to tackle, Colson Loveland goes down, you got 5 seconds on the clock. Cairo Santos wasn't making that kick. Anyways, so yeah, not hate watching the Packers. I will say, if the Lions win Thursday, I will probably be hate watching the Packers on Sunday because you kind of have to hate watch in order to have a chance to lose. If you're sitting there and you're just like, man, I hope they lose, they're going to win. You kind of have to sit there and like cheer for the Ravens. So I count that as a hate watch.
That's fine. You did get me to think about our drafts in the recent years. So I went back and pulled up our drafts. This year,
pretty bad, right?
Not that good.
Yeah.
So Matthew Golden in round 1.
They're never going to take another first round wide receiver again. Ever.
See, but I think he's good. They just don't use him.
They're so stuck on using these 7 different wide receivers because it's going to confuse.
Next year could be that's the thing. Next year could be completely different because I think half our guys are going to be fifth years.
Savion needs to go. Savion's a great returner, though. Sorry.
Savion's a rookie. He's going to be around.
I'm hydrated. Where's he out of? Do you know?
TCU.
Hmm.
So it was Matthew Golden round 1. Anthony Belton, an offensive tackle. Apparently he's played 12 games.
Offensive tackle is hard to tell, though.
Yeah.
Especially
Savion Williams, round 3.
You guys went receiver, tackle, receiver?
Yeah, that's really high for Savion Williams to have 78 receiving yards on the season. He's got half his yards. He's got 37 rushing
wide
yards.
Receiver injuries.
Yeah. Baron Sorrell, round 4, out of Texas, defensive end. I don't think he was healthy. Well, no, actually, he's played 13 games. He just hasn't done anything.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Oliver, out of Oklahoma State, defensive end in round 5. He's been injured all year, but he's activated this week. I'm actually really excited to see him because I think he could be a light version of Micah Parsons, like extra light version of Micah Parsons. But it'll at least be some help there. Warren Brinson in the 6th round, defensive line out of Georgia. He's played 9 games. No idea. Micah Robinson in round 7, a cornerback out of Tulane.
See,
no idea.
You get to that round 7 spot, you're talking guys that are on the practice squad now.
Yeah, and then there was an offensive lineman in round 7. He hasn't played a game. 2024. This draft, I'm just going to read some names here. Jordan Morgan, offensive line, 1st round. Reminder, we traded up for Jordan Morgan. Still a project. Round 2, Edgerrin Cooper. Pretty good pick.
Yep.
Javon Bullard, round 2. Pretty good pick.
Don't know the name, but I don't watch the Packers, so fair.
Yeah, he's a DB. He's been pretty good. Round 3, this is where it gets fun. Marshawn Lloyd, running back out of USC. I'm pretty sure he's dead. I don't think he exists.
I've seen him this year at some point.
He was supposed to get activated off the IR last week. Mm-hmm. He got put back on the IR last week because he's injured again. His hamstring again for the 3rd time in 2 years. Tyron Hopper, a linebacker out of Missouri. Never heard of him.
I'm looking something up. I've got a where is he now for you.
Okay.
20 where he is.
Round 4, Evan Williams, good pick. DB.
Yeah, I know that name.
Oregon. Yep. Jacob Monk, offensive lineman, round 5, no idea. Ketan Oladapo, defensive back,
Sweet
Oregon State,
name.
never heard of him. Travis Glover, round 6, offensive tackle, never heard of him. Michael Pratt, a quarterback at 7th round. Kalen King, cornerback, 7th round. Neither of them are playing.
All right, are you ready?
2023. Real quick, I'll just read the names. Go ahead. 2023, good draft. Lucas Van Ness, round 1. Luke Musgrave, round 2. Jaden Reed, round 3. Tucker Kraft, round 4. Colby Wooden, round 5, defensive end, underrated, good pick.
How many defensive ends do you guys have? You have like 4 defensive ends.
We draft a lot of defensive ends.
And then you traded for Parsons.
Wicks, round 5. Carl Brooks, round 6, also a good pick. Andres Carlson, round 6. Round 7 was Carrington Vallington, Lou Nichols, Anthony Johnson, and Grant DeBose.
Andres Carlson. Is that the kicker?
Yes.
And he's
round 6.
Cut, right?
Yeah.
Or is he hurt? No, he's cut, right?
No, he's cut. Yeah, he's bad.
All right, are you ready for your where's he now?
Yeah.
AJ Dillon.
Philly.
Oh, you knew that.
Barely playing. Yeah. I remember I saw something in the offseason that he was with Philly, and I was like, when the fuck did that happen?
You want to take a stab on rushing yards this year?
Oh, I know it's low. He's like the 4th stringer. I think he's got like 40 something.
You're pretty close. 4 stringer, 60 yards, 12 carries.
Okay.
That's 5 yards a carry. Can we get the guy some field? I mean, what the hell?
Quadzilla.
He's been a healthy scratch since like November 1st, I think, is what I
read. That's when Will Shipley came back.
Yeah. And then I think he's the one that got the positivity bunny.
Yes, I did hear that.
That's where I heard this story from. It randomly clicked for me because we were talking Packers. Go ahead, talk your game, talk your team, whatever you want to talk about. I'll give my thoughts. We hit a parlay.
I said we did hit a parlay. That was about the only good thing that came out of this
Saddest cash of all time, maybe.
Yeah, probably. I said last week if we lost, my worry level would go up to like 60% that we were going to miss the playoffs. That's changed just due to circumstances around the league. It's still at around 40%. I don't think we're going to miss the playoffs.
Yeah, I think
However,
things kind of fell your way with the Lions losing for sure.
Yeah, I mean the Lions losing, 9 getting hurt, Lamar getting hurt, just all kind of
If none of those things happened and Jordan Love still got hurt, what were
if our game went the way it did, 9 didn't get hurt, Lamar didn't get hurt, 70%.
70. Okay.
Yeah, 70%. 100. Yeah, it'd be probably rapidly approaching 90 as the week goes on.
Yeah, because if you lose to the Ravens, you probably would have went 90 because then you're looking at getting 9
yeah, it's winning in against with who knows at quarterback. I guess that's where I'll start.
Get 9 and you might get JJ McCarthy.
That's where I'm going to start though. Quarterback. I don't want to say it was a dirty hit because it wasn't really a dirty hit. But there's been a lot of, granted, it's also Twitter. There's been a lot of Twitter guys who have been saying that they've watched a lot of tape. And the only time, I don't remember how exactly it was worded, but the amount of like head-to-head and leading with head hits coming from the Bears has only been escalated, and you've seen so many more in the Packer games, which that could just be the rivalry.
I think that's adrenaline.
But it's rivalry. It's a pretty bad look.
Can we real quick? I want to touch on that hit. It obviously ended up being dirty because of Jordan Love getting absolutely concussed, but that is one of those where he's kind of surprised that he's even getting a sack because Jordan Love ran into him and kind of tucked. Yeah. So, like, yes, he led with his helmet, but it felt like it was a surprise. Like, holy shit, I'm going to sack him. He's running towards me because Jordan Love was looking over here, and then he went to scramble, and then boom.
Yeah. So I'm not going to lie. After that, I was like,
field, though.
Yes. After that happened, I was like, shit, season's done. Like we're fucking toast. I forgot about Malik Willis. I will say I forgot about Malik Willis.
They got to trade him now.
Very good backup quarterback, potentially the best backup quarterback in the league.
I was just going to say, arguably the best backup. No, Mac Jones. Mac Jones 1, Malik Willis 2.
See, but I don't know. I think I'd rather have the legs and the options with Malik Willis.
No, that's the thing too. Is Mac Jones a product of Kyle Shanahan? Because I feel like Malik Willis.
Malik Willis is a product of. I don't know. I think Malik Willis is a product of Matt LaFleur.
No, you sent him to Detroit. That dude's a dog.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I did say it. I think he was just stuck in a bad system. I think he could have been a very good quarterback, but I hope he gets a chance. On top of the Jordan Love injury, no. On top of the Jordan Love injury, Malik Willis is now injured, shoulder injury.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So our current I was actually just looking at this. Our current only healthy quarterback on the roster is, I'm going to say this name. I want to see if you remember it. Clayton Tune.
Oh yeah, Arizona Cardinals legend. Are you kidding me? Looney Tunes.
Clayton Tune is our only healthy quarterback as of right now. I think he's going to end up being fine. I also think Malik Willis is fine.
Love is not playing.
Yes, he is.
He's going to be stuck in concussion.
He was limited in practice today. He's going to play.
He was concussed.
Yeah, it didn't look good.
If they play him, they somehow.
I was more worried with Malik Willis's injury than I was Love's because I thought Love's concussed, but like he could clear protocol and be back.
Right.
Willis just had a full fucking body weight drop down on him, and it looked. It looked a lot like the Jaden Reed injury, and I was like, "Fuck, he just broke his collarbone." Like we're literally gonna have to play the rest of the game with Jaden Reed and Josh Jacobs as our emergency quarterback.
QB mind you, sweet.
Mind you, Josh Jacobs did not get a touch after he fumbled the ball in the third quarter. I'm not sure if that was like he's injured, not having a great game. Let's just rest him and we can be fine. Like this game's already going to shit. Let's just try and keep everybody else healthy and get out of here with a win. Personally, I would have rather just had Josh Jacobs out there. The hard part of the game here. I got massive PTSD from the 2014 NFC Championship game against the Seattle Seahawks.
Dude, it was almost identical.
Yep. For starters, Rich Bisaccia should not be employed. You can add him to your list of people who should not be employed. You mean to tell me you put one of your best hands guys on special teams and he doesn't know how to fucking field an onside kick? You could just block and let that ball go out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
That nobody was going to touch it if he didn't touch it. Nobody was getting to that ball. It was either going out of bounds or hitting off somebody.
Well,
he stepped in front of it.
Sorry, I'll let you go. I got a thought on Dobbs. You let me know when to jump in.
Well, you can go with Dobbs now. That's fine.
He was afraid to get hit. He wears the gardening cap, right? He had the ball, like it's done, and he takes his eyes off the ball to see if he's gonna get hit. Like, dude, just cover
and then he
that
got hurt
thing up
again.
Yeah, like
on the play
because he ended up muffing it, so they jump all over him. If he just dives on that ball, he probably only gets jumped on once or twice. Instead, he got everybody because he muffed it. Like,
yeah. So it started first with the Jordan Love injury. I was like, well, game's over. Then Malik Willis kind of got my hopes back up. Then we fumbled that ball in the third quarter at the 2-yard line, whatever it was. And then I was like, well, it's definitely over now. We're only up 6-3 at that point. I ended up scoring a touchdown. I was like, all right, maybe we're good. I held him to a field goal, up 13-6. I was like, okay, still up 7 here. We're okay. Get a field goal, up 10 again. I was like, all right, there's no way. There's like 2 minutes left. There's no way we lose this game. They come down and get the field goal. I was like, all right, they're going to go for an onside. There's no way. Like, it's 4 for whatever on the season. There's not a chance they get this.
They said, what, 8% chance?
Yeah. I do want to add this to the onside kick. Matthew Golden was a first-round wide receiver, has one of the best hands I've ever seen on somebody. Why is he not on the fucking hands team? Yeah. Use him for something.
Yeah.
Just put him out there. I don't give a shit.
You're right.
So yeah, the onside kick, that was like my last straw. I was like, yeah, it's fucking over now. Like we're done. We lost. And then we get to the touchdown. And that was the worst fucking coverage I've ever seen. I know when I had first said it, you're like, it's an all blitz, nothing you can do about that. No.
Yeah.
Fucking Keyshawn Nixon literally just fucking stood there.
Yep.
Watched a rookie wide receiver who has 2 receptions on the year run past him.
That was his second.
Oh, sorry. My bad. A rookie wide receiver, mind you, who played at Grand Valley State, has 1 reception on the year, just run past him to the back of the end zone where Caleb Williams likes to roll out.
Yep.
For fucking Caleb Williams, just float a ball over the top right to him. So that was embarrassing. Then we go to overtime, making a drive. I was like, all right, we're picking up steam here. Malik Willis might win this fucking game in overtime after all. Nope, botched the snap on 4th down. I thought Emmanuel Wilson was close. Not close enough, obviously. I think we could have tried to kick that field goal, but it would have been, I think it was the correct decision to go for it. It was really fucking windy in Chicago, cold as hell. I don't know if I would have trusted McManus from 50 plus in that condition. So probably a good thing to go for it. I don't know if running it on that play was the correct move, but I guess we'll never know. And then the last drive, who fucks us over again? Keyshawn Nixon back at it. Caleb Williams hitting the fucking Iceman pose. So dumb. I hate that people are like, Caleb, as soon as he threw it and they caught the touchdown, he does
I'm not going to make you do it. Oh.
Yeah.
I will say
with you.
Awesome.
No, he's no.
Awesome.
Yeah, the nickname's fine, but like,
and if
they shouldn't be in the situations. Like
if Jordan Love, like Toyotathon, right? If he started like driving after he threw a great throw like that, you'd be like, that was fucking awesome. Like it's just
yeah, but also
do.
like Caleb Williams has nothing like to. I guess the comeback wins this year, but like he wasn't good last year.
No.
He's not that good until the last drive this year.
One is
it's just
his
a
defense
weird
has
nickname.
bailed him out a couple times.
Yeah. There was one other thing I was gonna. Oh, we had more injuries. We lost another tight end to a torn Achilles.
Yeah.
Jordan Love. Jaden Reed and Christian Watson ran into each other and were both out for a little bit. That was embarrassing. And then I feel like we lost somebody on defense. I don't remember who it was. I don't know. I need our team to get healthy. Because if we win one of these last two games and sneak into the playoffs, and we are anywhere near the level we're at now, we're getting bounced first round, which brings me back to when you were talking. I was running the playoff machine to check the whole AFC North picture. If the Ravens win out and the Steelers lose out, the Ravens are in. They'd have the tiebreaker on division record.
I would say that if you guys get your one win and you're in, you're the team I wouldn't want to play. I'd be fine with Bears. I'd be fine with even Seahawks. Like Darnold, has not looked good, and it's December, like I've coined. I wouldn't want to play the Rams. Yeah. The Rams are dangerous, but they just showed.
So I'm pretty much set up for hell regardless in the playoffs. I looked at it
because you're probably gonna play the Bears, right?
So if we win out, Bears lose out. We play the Bears at home, which is great. If we lose one and the Bears lose out, actually, if we just lose one. We're the 7th seed.
You guys can still win.
Bears, yes, we can.
No shit.
If the Bears lose out and we only win one, we're still the 7th seed. Then, based on how I have it here, I think I have the Eagles going 1-1, and the Niners going 2-0. No, 1-1. I also have the Niners going 1-1.
Yeah, but there's and something else happens.
So there's a way that we could play either the Bears at home, the Bears on the road, the Eagles on the road, or the Niners at home. I'm in hell.
Niners at home, not bad.
No. That's the nightmare scenario.
Why? Pretty boy.
With our history versus the Niners?
Huh?
With my history against the Niners?
That's in Santa Clara, though. It'd be at home. You've
no,
played them at home, right?
Yes, we have. We lost on the block punt.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was always in Santa Clara. Or it was Aaron Rodgers in Santa Clara.
So I either get to play our biggest rival. I either get to play our biggest rival.
You get to get back to
potentially get fucking beat by Caleb Williams in the playoffs.
The Iceman.
We could play and lose to San Fran at home again. Or we could play Philly.
You're looking at it the wrong way because of how the end of the season is going. You could avenge your loss in Philly where you looked like fucking terrible and beat Philly because Philly's beatable right now. They're beatable. You could exercise.
I think the best scenario is we get the 2 seed. So we win out, Bears lose out, we get the 2 seed, Chicago's 7th seed. We play them at home. That's best case scenario.
That's best case scenario. But either way, though, you get to at least flip this into we could make this picture book.
I don't want to play any of those teams, though.
You cannot be scared of the Eagles with the way that Jalen Hurts has looked.
It's the fact that we can't beat the Eagles.
Eagles are beatable, man. They're beatable.
But we haven't.
But you can. You're thinking about this the wrong way. You're in this negative Nancy mindset. You can exercise all those demons.
What reason do I have to be positive right now?
I'm taking the Packers right now to win the Super Bowl because you're pissing me off. You don't believe.
I have no reason to be positive. We're losing guys left and right every
You
week.
still looked good.
Our
in this
fucking
game
quarterback
your
almost
quarterback left the
died
game.
last week.
If Jordan Love didn't leave that game, who wins that game, Austin? Why am I sitting here defending the Packers? Why am I defending the Packers? Why do you put me in this situation?
I do have one confession to make.
What? No, you already told me you wanted the Lions to win so you could break my heart.
No. I think if we had to,
that's a stupid bet.
I think if we had to sit Jordan Love, I think Malik Willis could win out.
Ravens, Vikings, yeah, 100%.
If healthy.
Ravens defense is cheeks.
Snoop Huntley versus Malik Willis. What a game.
I think the only thing that's scary about the Ravens is that they're not eliminated yet. Like, they still have something to play for. And the Patriots are a very good team, and they were in that game up until Lamar left. I think that's why the Ravens are scary.
Yeah.
But
I think my biggest issue with the Packers right now, outside of the injuries, is I don't understand what happened to our defense. Like, I get the whole injuries with Parsons and everything, and
Micah Parsons is like losing
Wyatt.
3 guys though.
Yeah,
just because of how much attention he takes.
I think actually no, I can't even say the defense was that bad. They weren't bad until the last 2 drives. So actually, I take that back. The only problem on defense is Keyshawn Nixon right now for thinking he's cornerback 1. 100%. He's not.
He's the reason you lost the game. If we're being real, because if he breaks 100%, up that last throw, if he doesn't get
Romeo Dobbs,
DJ Moore.
Romeo Dobbs up there too.
Yeah. That wasn't. It's not like you guys got blown out by the Bears. That'd be a different story. Then you'd be in trouble. And I hate to say
that's the other thing too. Is now the talk is, oh, Caleb owns Green Bay. He's 2-2. The 2 wins he had were against Malik Willis.
Well, yeah, one of them you guys were sitting everybody. No.
I think so. Yeah,
I think Jordan Love played in that game.
I don't think he played the whole game.
No, well, because that was last year, and you guys were fighting for. You had a chance to win the division if we lost, I think, or a better seed.
I'm gonna double check here.
It doesn't matter. It's not that deep. We got to get going. We're at 1:06.
Oh, fuck! All right.
It's been great conversation, and honestly, like, it's sad because we're gonna start getting to the spot where we don't have stuff to talk about. It's been an entertaining year for our teams.
Jordan Love was 7 for 12. Malik Willis was 10 for 13 in that game. We lost by 2.
So Jordan Love got hurt, or they just took him out?
No, I think they benched him because we were already 11-5 at that point.
Okay. All right. Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just please win a game.
Parlay. We lost both last week on the the touchdown score. The only loser was Dalton Kincaid. Thanks a lot, Austin. All 3.
No, I'm blaming you for that one.
No, you threw the name out there, and I agreed that he'll probably score. We should have done Dawson Knox. He dropped one at the end. No, that would have pissed me off more though.
Yeah. I think he did drop. Not a touchdown, Hampton, but he dropped something close.
It was Hampton. Who else? Hold up, I'll pull it
up. I have it.
I got it. Wrong one. Shit.
Tet, Hampton, Saquon, Kincaid.
Yep. So Saquon was Saturday.
Yeah.
Tet and Hampton were sweat free.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dalton Kincaid.
Also Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. Went out to a bar before the game. I had like 2 shots and 3 beers bought for me within like an hour by Bears fans.
I don't know how you
had a nice
people outside of the Michigan or outside of the state that you're from.
You'd be shocked, dude. It's a ton of Midwesterners down here. We were at an MSU bar also, so.
Oh, that's that bar you were talking about. I got you. All right, let's place these parlays. You want to start with the 4-leg? You want to start with the touchdown?
Our touchdown score is out?
Yeah, they're pretty much all up.
Okay.
I think you'll probably find the. Oh, yep. See, Dolphins and Bucks don't. Hang on. Bengals and Cards do. Yeah, so we can find something. I mean, if you want, we can wait, or I say we do one now, and then you and I do another one on like Saturday for the weekend because it feels like we kind of get screwed. Well, Wednesday, no, we didn't get screwed because everything was out.
I got my first leg. I want CD plus 110 Thursday.
I didn't know we're doing touchdown scores already. Okay.
Yeah,
CD plus 110. I've got one. I need something to watch on Christmas. Give me Amon-Ra on Thursday again.
Yeah, I thought about
Actually,
that. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he's due. He didn't score this week or last week. He
Yeah.
should have twice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one for
Plus
Sunday.
110.
We need a 4 o'clock on Sunday. Yeah, well, plus 110. We need a 4 o'clock on Sunday. There's only 2
plus
4 o'clock games. Huh?
I got it plus 105.
That's what it meant. That's what I meant then. There's only 2 4 o'clock games. Sunday's gonna suck.
All right. I would like.
Oh man, I got a plus 320. I'm looking pretty juicy.
I think I gotta go back to the well.
I'm gonna do it.
Is yours not an afternoon game? Yeah, I'm going back to the well. JSN minus 105.
Who are they playing?
The Panthers.
Okay. Forgot to talk about the Panthers leading the NFC South, the shittiest division in football. Don't you just wish our teams could play in a division like that, where it's just like, oh, I got to go 10-7, and I'll be.
They could be my team.
Yeah, you should swap. You'd never swap. All right.
I think I know what you're gonna do.
Dalton Kincaid plus 320.
Yep,
he's due.
I figured it was either that or Fannin.
He hasn't scored in 2 weeks. Oh, Fannon's a dog. Who are the wait? Who are the Browns playing?
Steelers.
How did the Steelers do against our tight ends? You know what? What's his nuts was kind of eaten. If I trust you, no, give me Kincaid because it'll be funny, and it would be to cash this parlay, or it would be to lose the parlay if we get there. That would be hilarious. Plus 34.30.
That's pretty good.
Yep. All right, and then
I wish I had a boost.
Yeah, I don't have it. I have a 100% boost, but it's for an SGP. I'll probably
give me my 4-leg. Give me Saints minus 2.5.
Damn, that was mine. Fuck. Give me over 41.5 in Giants Raiders. That feels easy.
Ugh.
That feels easy. Giants defense bad. Raiders scored 3 touchdowns against the Texans.
What is it?
And I don't really feel confident in the Giants in that one. Huh? 41.5.
41.5.
Yep.
Give me Jags Colts over 47.5.
That was the other one I was thinking about.
Fill up.
Hey, we're all over the same page here. So we've got a 4 o'clock, a 1 o'clock. We need a Saturday in there, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
That's fine.
Do it.
I like it.
Packers minus 2.5.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh, that's actually not what I thought.
We believe. You thought I was going Chargers?
No, I for some reason was thinking that the Lions were not Thursday. I thought you were going to take the Lions.
Oh, no. I've been doing well to not bet on them, and my life has been better outside of my parlays. But no, so here's my thought process, right? So I spoiler alert, I took the Ravens and Paige's picks just because I have to for the Lions. I have to take the Ravens there. And I needed some points because I got to come back on you guys. But yep. I do think the Packers win this game. I think they cover. We're early. We don't know if it's Snoop Huntley or Lamar. Lamar didn't practice today. If it's Snoop Huntley, you guys are winning, even if it's Malik Willis. So give me the 2.5 while it's that. Because if it's Snoop Huntley versus Jay Love, that's going to bounce to 4.5, 5.5.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking too.
So I placed both. That one was plus 12 something. Sorry, I already closed it out. 1 second.
Yeah, I had plus 13 something, whoa. I thought.
Mine was only 11.36 actually.
Or yeah, that's what it was, 11.36. I couldn't remember if it was 11 or 13.
All right, Paige's picks. Paige's picks. I got to piss.
Paige's picks last week. I went 10-6 to maintain my lead at the top. Paige went 10-6 to pick up 2 games on Jake. 147, 92, and 1. And then Jake went 8-8, 145, and 94 and 1. Any words from the last place over there?
Disappointing. I was kind of tracking it all day. I'm like, Jesus. Like I felt like the picks were good, and then it didn't work out. So
we did adjust the format. We kind of did this last year then too, where we make the person in the lead pick first and then work our way down so that there's no collusion. You can't just match everything to try and stay in the lead. So I did pick first. Thursday games, Christmas, Cowboys -7 at the Commanders, over under 50.5. We are all on the Cowboys. Lions -7, up to 7.5 at the Vikings over under 43.5. We're all on the Lions. Broncos -13.5 at the Chiefs, and Chris Oladokun over under 36.5. We're all on the Broncos. Shout out Netflix for getting some shitty ass Christmas football games.
Yeah, I feel like Lions Vikings.
I mean, on paper, those should have been.
Those should have been fantastic.
Those should have been fantastic.
Yeah. After last year, oh yeah.
Oh, also, RIP the Chiefs. I mean, Pat Mahomes and Gardner Minshew back-to-back weeks. Gardner Minshew isn't an ACL tear, but they thought it was.
You know what's bullshit? And I forgot to hit something for Lions. It'll be so fast, so I promise. What's bullshit is that the Chiefs are going to end up with a top 10 pick now. And guess what? They're going to be right back to normal next year. It's going to be fucking it's so unfair.
Yeah, and Kelsey might come back, which might actually hurt them. But
the other thing about the Lions was that, hey, it's okay to have an off year and miss the playoffs. You get a decent pick. You can make some signings. You get healthy. It's less football. I'm fine. Bounce back next year. That's the last thing.
Yep. Saturday games. Texans at Chargers. Chargers -2.5, over under 39.5. Paige has Texas. I will take the Texans.
This was a good spot for me, but the more we talk about it, the more I'm like, I don't like this, but I got to take the Chargers. I've got the benefit of picking last, and I'm like, okay, that's a good spot. I can get the favorite. I'll take it. So
I feel like this game, I've gotten a good grip on who the Texans are recently. The Chargers, I still just don't know. And I was going to say, like, this is a who's who game, like prove who's real. I don't know, though. I mean, I guess if the Chargers win, it is like a if the Chargers win, for me, it is like all right, Chargers are real.
Yeah. I've got the Jags to win the South, so I need a Texans loss as well. Also, the Texans were definitely looking ahead past the Raiders. Like, oh, we got the Raiders. Hey, Chargers next week. That's a big game. It's for seeding purposes. Yeah. So they were definitely looking ahead.
Yep. And then Saturday night, Ravens at Packers. Packers are -2.5. Over-under is 40.5. Paige and I are on the Packers. Jake, like you said, is on the Ravens because he needs it for the Lions.
Need it.
Sunday games, Cardinals at Bengals. Bengals -7, over-under 53.5. Paige is taking the Cardinals. Jake and I are on the Bengals. I'm so glad that the Bengals looked phenomenal last week. Thanks, Joe Burrow. Steelers -3 at the Browns. Over-under 33.5. This game's going to be disgusting. We're all on the Steelers.
That's a stereotypical swap for me, but I can't bring myself to do it. I was bouncing back and forth.
Browns last week.
Steelers. They looked fun. Shadur looked fun.
Yeah.
I think the Browns draft class this year is actually going to turn out fantastic. Mason Graham. What's the linebacker's name so I don't say something I'm not supposed to say?
Schlesinger.
And then Harold Fannon's a dog. Judkins. Dylan Sampson even could be a good one too with Judkins. And then you got Shadur.
Dylan Gabriel.
You might like Shadur. Yes, I'm a Shadur hater, but he's kind of fun to watch right now. He makes some plays. I will say it was a pussy move to miss plays because your fingernail started bleeding. Just saying.
Saints -2.5 at the Titans. Over-under 39.5. Pages on the Titans. Jake and I are on the Saints.
Titans are going to win this game. It always happens. These tight spreads with the shitty team. Paige takes the shitty team, and they end up winning.
Tyler Shuck.
Titans looked good last week. Against the Chiefs. They scored against the Chiefs defense. It's the Chiefs
I told
defense.
You the Chiefs defense isn't that good.
No, they're good. They gave up. The Saints haven't.
Jags -6.5 at the Colts. Over-under 47.5. This spread feels kind of high after how, well, maybe not.
No,
we're all on the Jags.
Low. The model had them at 17. That's low. The Colts defense is dog shit.
Yeah, but
the Jags defense is good too. Look what the Jags did to the Broncos.
Phillip at home.
Phillip's gonna throw 2 picks. I might bet 3. I love the guy, but that was his one game against the Niners. There, it's gonna be bad this week.
Bucks -5.5 at the Dolphins. Over-under 46.5. Pages on the Dolphins. I'm on the Bucks.
Gotta roll Bucks.
I think this might actually be the trap game.
It's the trap game because the Bucks can lose this game and still win the division. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
They just have to beat the Panthers next week. Same for the Panthers. It's stupid.
Exactly. Patriots -13.5 at the Jets. Over-under 42.5. We are all on the Pats. Drake May.
Pretty good football player.
Yes. Seahawks -7.5 at the Panthers. Over-under 42.5. Pages on the Panthers. I'm going to take the Seahawks.
Yeah, 100%. They're winning this game. Panthers, I don't know. Home dogs, though. Home dogs.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Between that and if Seattle loses, they could still win the division. Like this,
Yeah,
doesn't hurt.
Seahawks are competing 1 seed though. That's the thing. They're gonna be hungry. But it is December.
But it's with the Bears and the Eagles.
It's December.
I guess, and the Rams and the Niners too. Afternoon games, only 2 of them. Giants at Raiders, disgusting. Raiders -1.5, over under 41.5. Paige is on the Raiders. I'm on the Giants.
Giants as well. Flip a coin, Russian roulette, whatever you want. Blow your brains out.
Please let Jackson Dart throw the ball. Eagles at the Bills. Bills are -1.5. Over under is 43.5. Paige is on the Bills. I'm on the Eagles.
I had to go Bills here because I'm looking at it as I'm catching Austin. Where can I grab one? Take the Bills. Josh Allen, awesome. He is banged up. I should have thought about that. Take the Bills. Take the over. Love the over. Take the Bills.
Yeah, I forgot that the Bills are only 11-4. I feel like they've had more losses than that.
It feels like it because a lot of their wins have been disappointing. Like that Browns game was a disappointing win. Yeah.
Yep.
And they lost Sunday. Who's the shitter they lost to? The Falcons.
Yes. Yep. Sunday Night Football. Bears at Niners. Niners -3. Over-unders 52.5. Paige and I are on the 49ers. I'm doing this for my sanity.
I'm rolling Bears for 2 reasons. I get the advantage that I saw your picks. You're both on the Niners, so I can get one here. But also the 49ers looked way too good last week. They're not going to have Kittle this week. The Bears, even though I hate to say it,
I really
got
hope
to try to
Kittle
win
plays.
this.
I really hope Kittle plays. Monday Night Football. Yeah. Monday Night Football. Rams -7.5 at the Falcons. Over under 49.5. We're all on the Rams. I think this is probably a blowout game.
If the Rams lose that game, I will get a Kirk Cousins fake chain. You thought I was going to say tattoo. Yep.
No.
I haven't worn a chain in a long time, and I kind of miss it. We got to wrap up. It's been forever.
Yep.
Long episode. Loved it. Love this show. Everybody, have a Merry Christmas. Have a great weekend. Let's hit some tanks, throw some tutties. We'll see you next week.
Peace. Merry Christmas.